What's your name?
Kelly. Kelly.
So, Kelly, tell me a joke.
No, I don't feel that that's necessary.
How about tell me a story from your childhood?
Tell me a story from my childhood. I had a very rough childhood. A lot of sexual abuse, physical abuse, a lot of alcoholism. I don't know if I don't know if that's an appropriate. Is this X-rated or?
I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah, this X-rated. There's a lot of uncle and my father, my mother.
So how?
Have you heard it? Have you Norman Bates?
I have actually stayed there last night.
You did. You stayed at the Bates Motel. You said.
I did.
Do you remember the scene in the movie with his mother?
Yeah.
That's like my life, but with my mother and father. So essentially, my childhood's mainly just a big blur of alcoholism and sexual abuse. I wanted the sexual abuse. Don't get me wrong. I'm not some kind of pussy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I wanted it. But at 8 years old, who doesn't? You know what I mean? At 8 years old, who doesn't? Yeah. I don't know. That's a lot about me. Mental illness, substance abuse.
What's your favorite vice?
My favorite vice? Oh, Jesus.
Jesus is your favorite vice.
Might be a vice, yeah. You talk to some of those Christians, that's more of a drug than a solution to the mental illness those people have. I'd say probably cocaine and women. I don't have enough money for that though, so normally it's a very expensive habit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and then usually the thing is about cocaine is it's really expensive, so then you have to switch to methamphetamine because it's the more street version and it's cheaper and it's much easier to do. But then you end up getting sober and growing up and you try to stand on stage and tell people about your life and make them laugh.
So how did you become a comedian?
Mainly because I wasn't really good at anything else, primarily. Primarily because I have no skills, no education, and no financial backing for anything else. So my only hope at having a successful life would be to stand on stage and dance and try to make normal people laugh with my insecurities and, my mental problems.
So do you have any advice for somebody who's had a completely effed up childhood like yourself who would like to become a comedian?
Drink a lot. Use a lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. Primarily hard drugs. This isn't some marijuana we're going to smoke till we drop scene. This is, you really want to get fucked up, you use some hard drugs. Hard drugs. A lot of hard drugs. A lot of like abuse yourself as much as possible, because that's where you find comedy. You abuse yourself as much as possible, almost to the point where you're cutting yourself. It's really self-destructive, borderline suicidal. Get there, then come talk to me.
Well, thanks for the advice, and we look forward to seeing you on stage or in an alley near you.